Alright, I think I've fixed that now. So thanks for joining in for race 3 of the Porsche Cup Division 1. Mid-Matt leading the way, of course. Viper's Ed close on his tail. These two have been going at it all season long across various categories, be it the TS2 touring cars, the Porsche Cup, Trackstars Formula 2, and of course in the Kyoto 500 as well. And I'm sure at some point they're going to resume their battles throughout the course of the day here at Bathurst. So it's Mid-Matt from Viper's Ed, Diswood 1, and then Spud P666, our two championship leaders, locked in battle as well. And then round out top 5 is Disappointed, just a little bit further back. Shinobi holding off Blocky Rex. Shinobi's a lead runner in the elite class at the moment. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's an orange number on Blocky Rex's car as well, so he's also a elite class runner. And then we've got a couple of pro drivers in Ando 787 and Artie Fump running 8 for 9, just a little bit behind. So Artie Fump and Ando 787 side by side down Conrod Straight. Looks like Artie Fump has gotten the run here, but Ando 787 tucks in behind, tries to get as much slipstream, but can't fight back into the chase. Artie Fump just getting a bit out of shape there. May open the door again for Endo to come back. So we're now on lap 3 of 8. But still Mint Matt just taking that margin out a little bit over 5%. And it does look a bit like there's a train of about 4 cars forming here. Mint looking to keep the field under control here. Yeah, the slipstream is very strong amongst the Porsche Cup cars, so equal setup, so top speeds are pretty well limited to the same for each car. It's very much about driver skill and coming across the top of the mountain. Mint Matt's basically showing that driver skill, pulling out a margin over 5%. We're looking for a good run through the S's down to Forest Elbow. Get that margin out above 1 second and break free of that toe. As soon as you can do that, then you're basically starting to sit a bit more comfortable. You're not going to be under attack as much. Meanwhile, Viper Z has Diswood following close behind, but Diswood's very much in the slipstream. You're looking to make a move down into the chase. Thinks about it, but doesn't quite pull it off. Looks like he's going to sit back and wait for a better opportunity. And he'll have to be a bit cautious here as N-Spud P666 is right behind as well. What's happened to Mint Matt here? He's dropped back a bit, so try and catch a quick replay of this one. Well, it looks like he's run wide on the exit of Murray's corner. That's really put him back. So big battle pack here forming now. Mint Matt and Viper's Head side by side through Griffiths Bend. Heading up to the cutting. Diswood's going to look to stick his nose in there as well. Courageous stuff there from Mint Matt, trying to hold it around the outside, makes the move stick. Incredible move there, nose to tail between the first 4 cars here. Lap 4 of 8 in this third and final race of the round 12 Trackstars Porsche Cup. Mint Matt, after that mistake, doing his best to fend off the chasing pack. And Viper's Ed's picked up a penalty. I did think that we had the penalties turned off because of that overzealous corner cutting policy from GT Sports Servers with the dipper. If you just take a bit too much of the apex, it will slap you with a penalty. It looks like Viper's Head isn't going to burn the penalty here. So Mint Matt, just 10th of a second, time's pretty much irrelevant here though. You can very much visually see that they're nose to tail, and Viper's Head now burns that penalty, so that's going to drop him back down the order into 4th place. Got a bit of grace for him. He still drops onto the tail of this pack, so it's still a good chance of salvaging a result here. Matt's got a bit more of a gap this time around. He'll be looking for a good run from the cutting all the way down to Forest Elbow. It's definitely a good opportunity to stretch that gap out a bit. and break free of the slipstream. But Diswood is certainly throwing everything he can at it, trying to make sure he stays within touching distance of mid-mat. Oh, a bit of a brush of the wall there, that's going to prove costly. That brings Diswood right onto the tail of mid-mat as we head down to the long blast down Conrod Straight. And Diswood very much within the slipstream here. Diswood looking to make a move, pulls out, doesn't quite make it. Mid-mat going on the defensive there. Does a brilliant job to cover off Diswood. Diswood certainly trying everything he can to make a move stick. Heads to the outside, going to look to make the switch back here through Murray's corner. Diswood falls out, has a look, probably tries to throw the dummy a bit there to mid-mat, but mid-mat isn't quite buying it. And now Diswood also going to be under attack from N-Spud P666. 3 laps to go here. Race 3 of the 12th round of the Track Stars Porsche Cup. And it's an enthralling battle here between the first 3 cars, and of course Viper Z. We certainly can't discount him by any means. Even though he's a little bit off this pack at the moment. If these 3 start battling too much, he'll certainly come straight back into this battle and probably snap up any of the scraps that are left for him to pick up. So heading over the skyline, 6th time in this race, still mid-mat leading the way. Diswood and N-Spud following close behind. It's going to be very important for Diswood to get a good run out of here. Looks like mid-mat's got the better run though. Just built that little bit of a gap. Probably buy him a bit of breathing space down the end of the Conrod Straight. Certainly Diswood isn't as close with the slipstream. Although Diswood makes a move here, going to try around the outside. They go too wide through the chase here. Side by side through the exit, a bit sideways there from Diswood. Now Diswood on the defensive from N-Spud. N-Spud's going to try and make the move for 2nd place. And they're going to run side by side out of Murray's corner. 2 laps left to go on this one. Diswood still managing to hold on to 2nd place there. And the battle continues on as we head down Mountain Straight for the 2nd to last time in this race. Diswood right on the tail, pulls out of the slipstream, going to try and go the long way around at Griffiths Bend. But mid-mat executes that perfectly, manages to stave off the attack from Diswood. Meanwhile, N-Spud just having a bit of a look there into the cutting. Maybe trying to throw Diswood off his game a bit there. It's absolutely committed stuff there from the 3 drivers. Not sure what's happened to Viper Z, but he's certainly dropped off a train of 4 cars there a bit. I would have thought that with all the fighting that's going on that he might have caught up a bit more. And then Spud goes wide. Certainly out of control there. And that has proven costly there. He's really dropped back. And Diswood as well has dropped off the tail a bit, so could it be possible that maybe mid-mat was doing a bit of a Marc Marquez move and just sort of toying with him for the first part of this race before really putting the hammer down in the last laps and asserting himself on this race? So getting close to a second between the first three cars. As Min-Matt come around and start the final lap of this final race. Out to a 1 second lead over Diswood. Gets a bit early coming out of Hell Corner. That will prove a bit costly there. Certainly allowing Diswood to close up the gap here. Min-Matt will certainly need a few good corners here, try and build that gap out. So we look a bit further down the order, Blocky Rex moving up into the top 5, so our lead runner in the elite class into 5th place. Disappointed sitting in 6th. Ando 787 moving back past Artie Fump into 8th place. Shinobi running in 9th, and then Gaban's rounding out the top 10. But we'll head back to the lead battle. Min-Matt now really starting to build that gap out to 1.2 seconds. Going to say that there's probably not a lot that Diswood can do about this at the moment. I think his main focus now will be on holding off the attack from Spud. So for the final time, Min-Matt heading down Conrad Straight towards the chase. He's a 10th up on his fastest lap, so maybe just holding back and stretching the legs in the closing stages of this race, although he's pushed a bit too hard and run wide there. But he's certainly got plenty of margin in hand. So Min-Matt coming around the final corner and heads towards the finish line. He'll take victory in race 3 of round 12 of the Trackstars Porsche Cup. Diswood finishing in 2nd place, N-Spud P666 in 4th, N-Spud P666 in 3rd, Viper Z in 4th, Blocky Rex rounding out the top 5 from Disappointed, Ando 787, Artie Fump, Shinobi in 9th, Gaban's rounding out the top 10. Then we've got Magical Wax in 11th, Budsy 12th, Vossi in 13th, and then Sir Slayer 1991 coming in to round out the field in 14th place. After disconnecting from the Division 2 race, he managed to get a run in the Division 1 starting off the back, so at least he was able to have a go there. So there we have it. Min-Matt taking the victory, possibly taking the round honours as well. Although we'll have to see how those points stack out in all the post-race reviews. So big congratulations to Min-Matt, Diswood 1 and N-Spud P666, your place getters in this race. Of course, a great race between them and Viper Z as well. And also a strong effort from Blocky Rex to come up into 5th place as the lead runner from the elite class. So it's been great to join you all this morning. It's very much been a pleasure, and I hope this certainly gets everyone in the mood to go racing in the Elite Brake and Mechanical Bathurst 1000 that'll be coming up later on this morning. We're beginning the countdown now down to the race, so stay tuned on the Trackstars Racing Series YouTube channel, and we'll have Shane Kenty bringing you live coverage of the event for the Elite Brake and Mechanical Bathurst 1000. Again, congratulations to Min-Matt taking victory in this 3rd and final race of round 12. On behalf of myself, Jarman Dallitz, and the rest of the team at Trackstars, thank you for joining in, and we'll see you shortly.